Hey you guys, so today I'm reviewing Beyond the Gates Season 1, Episode 31. And this week's episode was okay. It was actually pretty filler-rich. It was kind of the weaker episodes of this week, but we'll still get into it. So it basically started off with Andre trying to film for his documentary, but the staff is not with it. Like, they're like, stop filming me. This is too personal. We don't want you to film me. So Andre's just having trouble trying to find, something to get with his documentary. So then Ashley was getting yelled at by her boss. And, she seen that Andre was recording her, and she was begging him not to record her and delete her, this and that, this. And that's when she started talking about how she was so sad about the situation with Derek and how he got locked up. I mean, how he was injured during a fire stay, and she started getting emotional about it. And her and Derek talked about it because he came in over her. They kissed and had a heart to heart moment, and then also. We'll get to that in a minute. So then Chelsea and Samantha are at the house talking, and Samantha basically tells Chelsea that she wants to be a model after walking the runaway that day, and she wants Chelsea to be her manager. And Chelsea's weary about it. She's basically just like, girl, you need to stay in school. Your parents would never go for that, and this and that and the third. But then she talks to Kat, and Kat thinks it's not that bad of an idea, and she should manage Samantha. So that has Chelsea overthinking. So then, later on in the episode, Samantha ends up telling Smitty that, she wants to be a model. Right before, so basically, Terrell and Samantha, so Terrell was basically went upstairs with Martin to tell Martin about, I guess, him getting bullied and this and that and third. And then that's when Samantha told Smitty that she wants to be a model. So then, we get to Nicole goes in her office and she sees that the camera that Kat set up is still there. So she gets mad at Kat and basically saying, Kat, I've been told you to take this camera out. Why is the camera still here? Her and Kat go back and forth, and Eva's eavesdropping on the conversation. So then basically they say that Laura is still, her heart is good, but she got an infection because, as we know, Leslie gave her something. So I guess I gave her an infection, and she'll be in the hospital for a little while longer. So then Ted and Nicole was talking about that, and they're basically saying that what will be their plan with Eva after, Eva leaves. I mean, after, Laura comes back. And they basically were saying that, they'll get Eva a job at the country club as a hairstylist. So it's a win-win situation. And she also overhears them saying that, Laura got an infection from the hospital. So then Tomas, and Kat are talking, and they're getting along. She's basically saying that she'll invite him to her party and this and that and third. And Eva's also talking to Tomas, and she's still trying to flirt with him and whatever. So then we get to the end of the episode where Eva comes and confronts Leslie and is basically telling Leslie that that she overheard that Laura got an infection, asking her, did she have something to do with it? And of course, Leslie's lying, talking about some, no, I had nothing to do with it, and this and that and third, and you're being delusional. And before that, Leslie was actually caught at the hospital lurking through Laura's medical records by, one of the head staff. So then the episode basically ended with, Leslie telling Eva to stop being delusional, and she's not trying to, and she had nothing to do with Laura's infection, even though we know she did. So that was the end of today's episode. I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 32.